Yes. What? It's literally just my username, Mighty1 with a B. But the picture is like a Minecraft bee. Carlos, you're literally on YouTube, or you're on something right now, Carlos, and you were just, I will not play zombies if Carlos does not turn this shit off right now. It's capital M. Go on my fucking channel. Oh, I thought I turned off the audio. It says turn it on? Why? I'm not going to. See, I told you it's not my internet, it's just share screen's racist. I said that. Okay, you ready for this? Wall this way, right? It's gonna go, there's gonna be a hole right here, it's gonna go through this mountain. Let's come out on this side, they're gonna walk down this way. There's gonna be a whole ass... I'm tempted on copying this tower and placing it on this side as well. I don't know. Let's look at this. Two watching. What the fuck? There's three of me. Oh my god. Bro. This, this, all on 404 corners. What? No. That's kind of what I'm tempted on doing. That's what I want to do. I told you my plan, right? I want to hollow out this mountain, build a giant cherry blossom tree inside of it, and then have an automatic honey farm in here. But I need to hollow out the whole ass mountain. What I want to do is I want to be able to collect enough honey to where I get honey blocks to where this whole thing becomes a honey river. This whole bottom section is just a lake of honey. And it's dripping out of that. That's the idea. But, like I said, it's a lot. I'm going to get rid of everything here besides the wool farm. Then I'm going to completely redesign the street layout. Or do I just drop all this, right? And just go to the village. And work on this. Oh, I can show you the new house I made today. No, or should I just drop working on this and start working on the village? Because I worked on this today. Made a little butcher hut. the signpost, but if you keep watching. It's my butcher shop. You'll see what I'm gonna do to the cows. It's canon, Carlos. It has to happen. Watch me. The Holocaust? And look, I have like little meat sacks. That's basically. I have a little pig pen here. And then I have a little this thing. I'll show you the hot air balloon. Peak Minecraft right now, honestly. I know. Look at this view, though. I don't know, it was. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's a little off. But it's fine. It's because the farm isn't perfect either. Like, this is a 1, but then this is a 2. Which is why, but you literally cannot tell. So I'm fine with it. I don't care that much, dog. Or you could just actually help me build my wall. Finish my... This literally took me a whole summer. This single wall took me a whole summer to do. I don't want to know how long. You gotta realize, dude, how much... Well, why is crazy. Hit him. But something eventually. Homer. In this little place. I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Like broken lanterns. This is supposed to look like this was like recently built and it's not finished. That's why it's like there's the broken lanterns, there's a rickety staircase. It's like, it's not perfectly, but it's supposed to look like some of it's missing. I love Deep Slate. I should go check on my sniffers. It's not that bad. Yo, Sniffer! Have you not seen the new plants? The new plants. See, you see this little pitcher pot I got? It's a plant seed. See, look at you grow these seeds, right? And then they give you either this, which this is what you use to breed them, or they give you this. Which one? The blue one? Decoration. Pure decoration. Well, they can give you dye, too. But they're cool. They're unique to the sniffer. cool. You guess? Bro, this is literally like one of the better mobs we've gotten. We have fumbled with every mob vote besides this one, in my honest opinion. Every other mob vote has been an L. I have slowly warmed up to the glow squid, but that's because they made it useful. They literally had to make it useful. Nah. Bro, one of the other mobs was supposed to be a blaze boss. It was supposed to be like it was supposed to be like a Vex. Like, that's Java. That's Java. Blazes are harder on Java because blazes spawn in spawners, right? But they also can just spawn in nether fortresses. For some reason. It doesn't make sense. That's why on Bedrock they only can spawn in spawners. But for some reason on Java, they spawn in spawners, but it's also they can spawn just if it's a nether fortress. Which is goofy. Very, very much goofy. Where do I put my leather stuff? I don't even remember. I know I have a place for leather things. Was it in these chests? 'Cause I never finished this. Yeah. I think out of all the mobs, Blazer would have been the best. One, because we have mobs in the game that are already like that, people don't think they're annoying. One, I would consider the Witch a mob like that. I would consider the Elder Guardian the most prime example of that, and I don't think... The only annoying thing about Elder Guardian is how it forces you to play the dungeon in a certain way by giving you mining fatigue, which is just a cool gameplay aspect, and most people just completely fucking ignore it anyways, because if you have efficiency 5, you can still break through it with the pickaxe. It just takes longer. And it's like, people cheap it out anyways by using potions and air breathing stuff. It's not like it's that hard. I don't know, I feel like out of all the options you could have chose, I feel like the Phantom was the biggest L. And then the one after that, which was the Glow Squid, the Moo Bloom, and the Iceologer. The more and more I've thought about it, the illness of the mob could have been cool. It could, bro, it literally... Bro. Here's the thing. People think bees are useless because no one understands the mechanic of them. Because the mechanics, there's a lot of... I will give credit, the game never... But that's a lot of... Minecraft never tells you how to do things. So a lot of people think bees are useless because they only give you honey. And honey, and that's like, bruh. You wax copper with honeycomb, which keeps copper the same color. You wax signs so no one can edit the text on them. You can drink honey as a consistent food source. Honey is a cool looking building block. Bees also in themselves too, when they run over crops, like, increase their growth rate. And shit like that too. Like, honey blocks and all this, like, my whole world is themed after this orange, black, yellow aesthetic. And the only reason why I don't use more of it is because I need to build an actual bee farm, but I want to have a cool build for my bee farm, which is what I'm going to do with the mountain. Like, this took me a long time. My first ever building I made in this world, before I finished my own home, was this place. I don't know, maybe I just have a weird fucking Minecraft obsession or whatever, but I think bees are the perfect example of a mob that's like, it's not useless, but it also doesn't force you to use a gameplay mechanic if you don't want to use it. It's just cool. Every mob should be like this, and I think the sniffer is the closest mob in the mob boat that we have gotten to that. To where it's a cool mob that you can find, but doesn't force you to use it. It's like something in Minecraft where it's something where you can learn to experience, and like the experience of finding a sniffer egg, placing it down, protecting it, letting it hatch, having it grow, and then watching it grow up, and then getting the flowers out of it, planting the flowers, and then you have a cool, unique item that you can only get from that mob. How is that not cool, bro? You can only get items from the sniffer, and that there's it's a unique thing, and it's just mobs need a purpose, and if that the purpose does not always need to be helpful. It just needs to be something that adds something good to the game. Having a new kind of unique flower for building, that's cool. Like there's no other flower in the game like this, unless you want to talk about the orange tulip. But look at this. It's like you know how many people, like all the creative shit you could do. You could have like a fucking, I don't know, like alien flowers or like a ancient safari shit. I'm like fucking cool stuff, man. Instead of what they could have done, which was just add in the game as a regular flower, which would have made it more less cool and less unique and less of like a reward. Little long term things for players to be like, yeah, I've dedicated this much time. I understand the gameplay mechanic. The other, well, besides the Phantom, which right now the only use for it, the only decent, oh, from the Phantom one. The other one was the glare. If you no, was it the glare? It was the It was the glare. I didn't fucking. It was the one, the minor one. There was the other one that was gonna. There was like I think it was called the rascal, where it was gonna spawn in mine shafts, and if you found it, it would run away and hide in the dark. And then if you found it two more times, it would give you a random. It would give you like an item related to mining. So it could have been a pickaxe, it could have been enchanting, but it could have been something like that. They said though specifically that they weren't gonna make a unique item for it. So the mob would have literally just been a gimmick. It would have been a gimmick. It would have been a gimmick mechanic. Nothing new, nothing unique to it. It's just a little dumb mini game. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it was the glare. No, yeah, it was no, because it was the ally, the copper golem, and then there was the glare. I don't remember what the other mob was for the sniffer vote. I'm gonna be honest with you. The tough golem, the tough golem, the tough golem was the other one, which that one was my second choice. But then when the more and more I thought about it, it literally like the sniffer actually added something new. Where the tough golem, all it was gonna do was you would give it an item, and then it would be something to like actually physically display an item, like an item frame. So like for example, what you could do is you could give it an item, and as soon as you give it an item, it would stop moving, and then it would just hold that item and display it in front of you. And what they said you could do was you could give it different carpet colors, and that would give it like a different like platter like color to like have the item sit on. And but then if you took the item away from the golem, it would come alive and move around. That was the whole gimmick. Again, nothing new. It's cool, and it adds some sort of decoration building purpose, but nothing unique to it, in my opinion. You have item frames already, you have armor stands, we already have ways to display items in the game. The sniffer was the only mob that was actually going to add a new gameplay mechanic. It tied in to archaeology and the world building aspect of the game, and it introduced something new. And it's a cool mob. It looks cool. It's a fucking dinosaur. I don't know what else to fucking tell you, dude. It's a dinosaur. The Trapinch would have been annoying, I'll give you that. Oh. Then, I know what he's talking about, though. It would have been cool. It would have been so fucking cool. He's wrong. He's wrong about that. The no. About them spawning randomly. They specifically said in the trailer video. I don't know if the trailer video is still up. They were calling it the King Blaze at the time. Would spawn after you killed 8 blazes at a spawner, or whenever you broke a spawner, a blaze with like one of the King Blazes would spawn. It wasn't going to be random. That too. What? No. Here's the thing. The glow squid was literally going to like in the mob boat. Had none of that. None of that revealed to it at all. Copper Golem should have won. Yep. L. No. Oh, I thought you were gonna say if the choice was obvious, which I think that's blasphemous, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. The LA is probably... You understand this, Carlos. How many players do you think use an LA, Carlos? An LA? Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The copper golem would have spawned naturally in mine shafts, adding to the lore in Implication of Minecraft, which you know I'm a big person of that. Adds to the lore of it. Would have. Fair enough. To a certain extent, yes. It's like a brother of the Vex in a certain way. It adds that. Fair enough. This whole conversation is objective, Carlos. It's a mob vote, dog. I'm not debating the election with you, dude.